Week 1 is in the books, but it's not too late to get closer to the game you love with DraftKings. This Sunday, for Week 2, DraftKings is hosting another $100,000 Pick'em contest that is totally free to enter. Pick'em. DraftKings made it simple. It's organized players into 8 tiers. All you have to do is select one player from each tier. Choose between public contests with big cash prizes and private contests where you can compete against a group of your friends. DraftKings also has beginner and casual contests where you could play against people of similar skill level. I love that. The best part is you get to draft a new team each week without any commitments. Go to DraftKings.com and use the promo code Rapaport to play. That's DraftKings.com. The promo code is, of course, Rapaport. And you could compete for your share of $100,000 this week. Week 2 in total prizes. The contest is totally free. Why wouldn't you try it? DraftKings, the game inside the game. Eligibility and restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com for details. This is the I Am Rapaport Stereo Podcast. Live.
You down with Rapaport? Yes, I am. 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 You better tune in, IamRapaport.com. Cause every single podcast, you know he drops bombs. I seen him on set, a seasoned vet with true talent. Catch him on his way to CrossFit, rocking the New Balance. He asked me to do the track cause he know I rhyme elite. But I'm just waiting for the Robert De Niro line of the week. Breakfast of Champions, hosted bagel, cream cheese, and lox. This is I Am Rapaport, the show never stops. You might catch him out in public, stretching his knees. But if you don't listen to the show, yo, wig up please. Wig up please. This is the
I Am Rapaport Podcast.
All right, see, I Am Rapaport Stereo Podcast. My name is Michael Rapaport, a.k.a. the Gringo Mandingo. And here with G Moody. Last name rhymes with duty.
Yep.
GMoneti, always ready. It's the award-winning dynamic duo. I told you once, I'm going to tell you twice. My book, The Shit-Talking Extravaganza of the New Millennium, is coming out October 24th. You could pre-order it at thisbookhasballs.com. Thisbookhasballs.com. On the 30th in New York, we're doing a podcast / book signing at the Gramercy Theater. Get your tickets now at IamRapaportTour.com. It's New York. It's the fall. It's the disco too. Rest assured there's going to be special guests. Remember when I said there was going to be special guests in Dallas, people? I said it. I didn't really even name drop. I just said, trust me, when you come to Dallas, there's going to be special guests. The lineup looked like this. Charles fucking Oakley, Ice Cube, Gary Payton, Brian Scalabrine, Deshaun Stevenson, and so on, and so on, and so on, and so on. New York City in the fall. That means NBA will be popping. NFL will already be popping. We're going to be in New York. We're not playing games. It's our city. It's our house. The Gramercy Theater is kind of like our house. It's like our Madison Square Garden.
Yeah. Right.
Okay, so October 30th, it's going down. Tickets are available at IamRapaportTour.com. Let's get into this. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say whether or not a motherfucker is racist, not racist. I could say they have racist behaviors, racist tendencies. Kid Rock's talking all kind of shit. He wants to be a senator. He's running for U.S. Senate in Michigan. I don't know why these degenerates, all of a sudden, everybody wants to be in politics. Kid Rock,
right,
who at one point wanted to be a rapper, and when he first came out, he had like that rock-infused rap music. Remember, he was like that ba-diddy-ba-da-ba-da-ba. Kid Rock,
yeah.
Put that ba-diddy-ba bullshit on hold. If you ever truly loved hip-hop, why did you abandon it front and center? If you was truly down with hip-hop, why now are you singing about Tennessee mountain views, Tennessee high mountains? You're from Detroit. Once that 90s corny rock-infused rap, no disrespect to my man Fred Durst, but that whole scene went out of style. You started singing some country music, and you haven't looked back since. If you was really a fucking rapper in the beginning, you wouldn't have just completely abandoned it.
Yeah, and he comes out with a Confederate flag, but last I checked, Michigan was never in the Confederacy, and holding the Confederate flag is really being a traitor because the Confederacy actually fought the United States and lost. So you're not a patriot, you're a traitor.
You don't even know what you are because you're doing the exact same thing that Donald Trump did, which is try to placate to a certain group of people, just like you did with your whack-ass music. Your whole entire catalog is trash, Kid Rock.
Right.
I don't give a fuck how many records you sold. Your whole catalog is garbage. I don't care if you sell out arenas. None of that shit impresses me. I don't care how many millions of dollars you made. And then you said, fuck Colin Kaepernick and anybody else who kneels for this flag. My man.
Yeah.
You're not hip hop. You never were hip hop if you're talking that shit. And then he put out a statement, oh, I love black people. Well, what do you think black people think of you now?
Yo,
you
fuck
can love
him,
who
man.
you want to love. Your behavior seems like you're just trying to sneak your way into some Senate thing. You don't know what you're doing. You don't know what you're talking about. You're talking all kind of bullshit. I want you to put that ba diddy ba bullshit on hold. To quote the great Kool Mo D. Matter of fact, Miles, pull that shit and play it right there.
1, 2, 1, 2, doing the do now. Hold on, busy bee, I don't mean to be bold, but put that all did it, all bullshit on hold. We gonna get right down to the nitty grit. Gonna tell you a little something why you ain't shit.
Quote, put that little lyric right there. Put that ba diddy ba bullshit on hold. And did you ever pay Kool Mo D for biting his style? This dude used to walk around trying to be a rapper, and now you're on some country music shit. Talking about Leonard Skinner and all that. What happened to Eric B. and Rakim and all them? That was only sweet in the 90s when that whack-ass, rock-infused trash was popping off all summer long. Tennessee Mountaintop, your whole catalog, straight garbage.
Yeah, he said, fuck Colin Kaepernick while holding a Confederate flag.
That's that yayo.
Yeah. Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
That's that ooh-wee kicking in when you're in front of a bunch of people, you get extra height.
Yep. And it really doesn't make sense because he's holding the flag, but, I mean, they fought against the United States, so it's like some traitor shit, and they lost, and you're holding the flag. You're basically, it's crazy, man. And Michigan was never in the Confederacy, so I don't understand his point.
Because he's just trying to get in where he could fit in, where he could try to get votes to try to heist his way into some political office. I don't know what these people, what it is. I don't know what it is. And I don't know how you could sell your soul to politics just so you could see how far you could take it.
Right. Well,
put that ba diddy ba bullshit on hold.
They all coming out the closet now because of the climate in the political arena. It's now they figure you could say what you always wanted to say now.
Yeah, well, if you say certain things in a certain way, you could probably hedge your bet that you'll be doing better than if you spoke your true truth. You know, if you say certain things to certain people in a certain way, you got a chance of winning. It worked for the president of the United States.
Yeah.
So who's to say that? Who's to say that this fucking guy won't get in there with that bullshit?
Yeah, hell yeah.
And his man Steve Bannon, he came out of the woodworks looking like straight shit. Looked like somebody took a blowtorch to his grill, like somebody like how they do roasted marshmallows. His grill looks like that, and then somebody blew it out before it got to the 3rd degree burn. Whole grill looks fucked up.
Yeah. His diet must be shit.
Yes, because it just whole thing looks unhealthy. He got crazy bags under his eyes. It might come out. Oh, he's got liver damage. That's because the devil is eating you up from the inside. Of course, you're gonna have liver damage. You nasty fuck you. He was on 60 Minutes with my man Charlie Rose.
Right.
He thinks he wants to be part of the historical landscape of American politics, and he will be. But no matter what you say and what you do, Steve Bannon, it's not going to be in the way you want. He was like, well, when Trump fired Comey, it was the greatest mistake in political history or some bullshit like that. I'm not even going out of my way to quote this fucking bozo correctly. He's just nasty. I don't give a fuck. I'm definitely not fact-checking Steve Bannon. Why should I fact-check and he doesn't fact-check? This is a failed screenwriter.
Yeah.
This is a Hollywood failed guy who's obviously well-read. And other than that, he's just a hustler, a con man, a pimp, a fucking dog-faced dog. Like, he literally is a dog face. There's dogs on the street that are better looking than Steve Bannon. 9 out of 10 dogs, and I'm talking about from the pound, I'm talking about rescues, are better looking than him. Looks like straight shit.
Yeah.
They asked him about, how does he feel about being mocked, ridiculed all in the media? I don't need affirmation of the mainstream media. He thinks he's like underground, like he's some, freedom fighter. This guy's a clown. They could call me an anti-Semite. They could call me a racist. They're gonna. You are.
Yeah.
You can call me anything you want as long as we're driving this agenda for the working man and women of this country. You weren't talking about the working. Let me tell you something. I've been in Hollywood and show business for 25 years. Not one of us is out there to support the working man. Not one of us went out to Hollywood to support the working man. You're not pulling the wool over anybody's eyes over here at the I Am Rapaport Stereo podcast.
Right.
You would still be in Hollywood trying to pitch your whack-ass screenplays if you had gotten somewhere. It didn't work. And now you got this bullshit Breitbart. You're not pulling the wool over anybody's eyes. George Clooney even said it. He said if you ever read any of his scripts, you wouldn't believe it, how bad they were. And Clooney said, my man George Clooney, because Clooney is a good fucking dude. He's a regular dude. He said, if Steve Bannon was still in Hollywood, he'd be licking my asshole to have me be in his movie. This is the classy George Clooney. He said he would be licking my asshole, the whole asshole.
Damn. Yeah,
see these people bring out the worst in people because we know what kind of livid, compulsive, self-centered liar you are. And Steve Bannon, you look like shit, Duke. Your karma and that devil inside you is eating through your face. It already ate your lips away. He has no lips left. None.
Yeah. Yeah. His face, man. His face is just, I don't know. That diet is fucked up, yo.
Yeah, Duke, let me tell you something. You need to go on a 10-day juice fast off the top. All right, because there's no way your arteries are smooth and clear with the way you look. You look unhealthy. And you're talking greasy. You're talking about America and I'm going to change this and change that. Change your diet, motherfucker. What do you eat? Are you eating cheeseburgers like off the bat? At least eat the cheeseburgers between 2 and 4 and try not to eat anything after 6. I'm no dietitian. You look like shit, Duke.
Yeah, no doubt.
You look crazy on the yard.
Shit.
Straight shit.
Yo, what else, man? What else going on with you, man?
Well, I'll tell you what's going on. I don't like to get too deep into my fantasy football life. I only like to share what I think the people would care about. Talking about like my personal fantasy football teams is like, someone talking about their kids. It's like you could say, oh, that's good, only so much. But unless you have a personal relationship with my kids, if I sit here and tell you stories about my kids or anybody, sitting there telling you stories about their kids, after a certain point, it's like, all right, I got my own fucking problems. Okay, I got my own 15-month-old kid who shat in the bed last night. Okay, so I don't need to hear all this. But I will say this. Fantasy football started. I played The Miz, WWE superstar, head up, DraftKings. All the money went to charity. He beat me. Shout out to him. I'm going to be back. I'm going to kick his ass again. All the money went to charity. It's going to Houston. That's great. In the Howard Stern Fantasy Football League, that's the one I'm going to talk about this year because you guys have rode with me through the Howard Stern Fantasy Football ups and downs from the beginning. When Gorilla Face Gary Fafafui beat me, that spawned, as far as I'm concerned, and unless somebody shows me a timestamp, the first True Blue Emergency podcast. He beat me fair and square. This was in the championship, I believe 4 years ago. They tried to kick me out of the league. The listeners of the Iron Rapaport Stereo podcast, you were there for me. You backed me up on Twitter. The world backed me up on Twitter. Then I got asked back in the league. This week I played Sal Governale. This is a person I like. This is a friend. He is actually the brains behind the now classic Baba Booey, Bowie's Delight. Miles, please cue that song.
I said a baba booey, baba booey, ta ta toothy fa 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 fooey. Now in this league he's gonna drop, and when I win he'll suck my cock. Now baba booey's in my league, he's the monkey I'm gonna beat. Cause he's got big lips and he pitches like shit, and on the job he falls asleep. You see, I'm Mike Rapaport, I got the skills, I got the class. And when those guys lose, their butts I'll bruise, or when I fuck them up in the ass. J.D., Will Gary, Matt Berry, and John Hine. You see, I'm gonna win, and then they'll rim my stinky brown behind. Cause I'm Michael Rapaport, the man who can't be beat. I'm gonna win that cash and place my ass on your face like a toilet seat. I said a baba booey, baba booey.
He's the producer. He was my Quincy Jones to me being Michael Jackson. We created magic with that. He's teamed up with Richard Christie. These guys are both married, but they have some sort of homoerotic relationship. More power to them. Do your thing, Richard Christie and Sal Governale. But in the first week of the Howard Stern Emotional Friends League, I stuffed them. I stuffed them both. The problem with stuffing Sal Governale and Richard Christie, and the problem with having my way with them, both emotionally, physically, and intimately, is that I'm a little afraid that they liked it, okay? That's not my thing. I want you to be reluctant when I take a shot at you. Nonetheless, crack that ass real proper. Fantasy football is underway. For those of you who've been living under a rock, I just want to remind people not to, rub anybody's face in it. But the season of NFL has started. The first game of the NFL season was, in fact, the New England Patriots and the Kansas City Chiefs, and they lost. Just in case anybody hasn't heard that, it was a few days ago, and we talked a lot about when they won the Super Bowl. They came out with their big to-do. They were playing, bad songs from the 90s and rubbing it in everybody's face. And, they gave out their championship rings that may or may not have True Blue blood diamonds on them. Okay? Yeah. I allegedly, I don't know. That could have been the case. Could not have been the case. I don't want to, cast any stones. But they did lose opening night. And it was gorgeous. Yes. They got their asses kicked on opening night. Just a reminder, I'm not going to repeat anything we discussed on the last podcast. I just wanted to remind you that they did, in fact, lose on opening night of this NFL season. Apparently, Tom Brady he's furious. He had a fucking terrible week, and he's stewing over their loss.
Yes. And this is a 40-year-old quarterback, and
grow up, Tom.
And I've learned that after that terrible play of Tom Brady, they brought in 3 quarterbacks. So we may be seeing the decline.
Listen, it's going to happen at some point. I would bet that it's not going to happen this year because he didn't play great, but the whole team didn't play great, and you never can count out Tom Brady.
You can't.
Unfortunately, my prediction with Tom Brady and the New England Patriots is that he's going to go out before you actually do see him decline. But you don't go out until you decline. See, so it's a double-edged sword. So he might stay a little bit too long. I don't think it's this year because although he didn't play bad and although he didn't play great, he didn't look like shit. Okay, when I said he looked like shit the other night, I'm going to be honest now. I was over-exaggerating. I was caught up in the moment of the loss, and I was over-exaggerating. He didn't look like shit. He looked like shit in Tom Brady terms. The Patriots, and we were just at Gillette Stadium. Me, G. Moody, the Dust Brothers, Miles Davis, and Jordan Winter. Pat McAfee. My man Jim Brewer, we were there catching punts, doing kicks. They were so upset about their loss that they replaced the turf that they just installed May. The turf isn't what did it to you guys, assholes. I caught passes on that turf. I dropped punts, but I tried gallantly. There is nothing wrong with the turf, guys. Do not blame it on the turf.
Oh, speaking of football,
Yeah.
my man Antonio Cromartie he's had a vasectomy.
Wait.
right?
You can't just jump into him. Go. I'll let you set it up. You go ahead, because this is a guy that we've talked about, Antonio Cromartie. He's a football player. I think he's actually retired now, although he didn't technically retire.
He's had 12 kids altogether before the vasectomy.
No. I know it's hard to keep track, and neither one of us are mathematical geniuses. He had 3 kids post vasectomy. This is, when we've talked about the great Stickman, obviously Burgess Meredith, Derek Jeter, so on, Dominique Wilkins, of course, DiCaprio. A-Rod may or may not be on that list. Who knows? We've talked about all in the past. But the Stickman culture is brought to you by the I Am Rapaport Stereo podcast. We brought that to the mainstream, period. There's no argument in that.
Yep.
Antonio Cromartie, who had a good run with the Jets, played for the Colts, and I think he's retired. He had a good team. Good career. Not a great career, but a very good career. Nothing to scoff at. He just had his 14th kid, the 6th with his current wife. He has 8 by, I believe, 6 other women. Do not fact check me. Do not quote me on this, because this is a lot of math that I can't keep up with. The gentleman just had his 3rd kid post vasectomy. Look in the sky. It's a bird. It's a plane. It's super sperm. The man has super sperm.
Yeah, nothing can hold him back. No doctor's scalpel. No scalpel, no nothing.
Now, new listeners, this might be first time you're hearing this. Old listeners who've been rocking with the I Am Rapaport Stereo podcast, you know that I had a vasectomy about, I think it was 8-9 years ago. Okay? I shoot that good puppy water every day, all day. Okay? I'm skeet. That nice, clean puppy water.
That's right.
Okay? I never broke the levees, not one time. Antonio Cromartie broke the levees post-vasectomy, not once, not twice, but 3 motherfucking times.
Damn. He's up to 14 now, or 15. Damn.
14 kids. Yo, my man, if there's ever a question on how to procreate, if there's ever if the planet is under siege and we need to repopulate this shit, Antonio Cromartie is guy number 1, 2, 3, and 4. He's unstoppable.
Yes.
His fuck style is buck wild. Like when we say your fuck style is buck wild, this dude right here, he's the real deal. He's cut from another kind of cloth. He broke down the levees 3 times. I want to salute him. I want to salute his wife. They seem to be happily married. He has a new reality show coming out, as he should. You got to keep that money coming in, Antonio Cromartie. I fuck with you since you were a Jet. Sugar Hill Gang said he may be very sexy or even cute, but he looks like a sucker in a blue and red suit. This is quoting the great Big Bang Hank from Sugar Hill Gang. I said, you need a man who's got finesse and his whole name across his chest. He may be able to fly all through the night, but can he rock a party to the early light? He can satisfy you with his little worm. But then the great Big Bang Hank said, but can he bust you out with his super sperm? Antonio Cromartie, the lyrics to Rapper's Delight never rang so true. I want to congratulate you and your family on your 14th kid. Keep that money coming in, my man. Healthy, prosperous family. Health to all those kids and your wife. I have to implore you, though, now, my man. You need to get your shit duct taped down. It's time now to go out to pasture and wrap it up. Let the young shooters shoot. You've done all you can do. Your work is, you have nothing more to prove, Duke. We know that your fuck style is mean.
Put him in the Hall of Fame. Just put him in NFL Hall of Fame. Just not for his play, but for his stick work.
The crazy thing about Cromartie having his 14th kid is that it's been a fantastic year in sports. You can argue that Tom Brady's Super Bowl comeback versus the Falcons, that was 2017. You could say Kevin Durant and the Golden State Warriors. Sports Illustrated has got to be starting to think about Sportsman of the Year. But I really implore Sports Illustrated, who I've had a subscription to since 1977, please consider putting the great Antonio Cromartie on the cover come the last week of December, first week of January, as the Sportsman of the Year for all his accomplishments that he's done off the field. The man is fantastic.
Yeah. Stickman of the Year issue.
If nothing else, the Stickman of the Year, hands down. Listen, shaving is expensive. Buying razors, buying shaving cream, buying the handle is expensive. They're easy to lose. Everyone knows that Dollar Shaving Club ships amazing razors, but everybody knows that the Dollar Shave Club ships amazing razors for a few bucks. I've been a member now for a while. Look at my shave. It's smooth like a baby's ass. What you may not know, and I didn't, is that the Dollar Shave Club also has products for pretty much everything else I need in the bathroom. They got body wash, shampoo, hair gel, lip balm, every single thing you need to do to look and feel like $1,000,000. Dollar Shave Club makes it easy and convenient for you to upgrade your shave and your bathroom top to bottom. And they deliver them to your door. You don't even have to go to the store. In your first box, you'll receive shave butter, body wash, one wipe Charlie's butt wipes. Okay, this is what I'm talking about. They have one wipe Charlie's butt wipes. It needs no introduction. I think it speaks for itself. One wipe Charlie's butt wipes. You'll also receive their executive razor, which has a premium weighty handle and a cassette full of cartridges. After the first box, replacement cartridges are sent for only a few bucks a month. This is an offer exclusively for the listeners of the I Am Rapaport Stereo Podcast. Go to dollarshaveclub.com/I Am Rapaport. High quality products that will have you covered from face to cheek to butt cheeks. Now, Bruno, there is no better time to try the Dollar Shave Club. All right, I got to talk to you about my friends at mybookie.ag, the #1 rated online sports action site for 3 straight years. I cashed out this weekend. Okay, thanks to the Rams, the Bears, and the Packers. I'm so happy football is back, and I'm even happier that I found my bookie. You know who's going to win, right? Well, put your money where your mouth is, lay down some cash, and win big today. Join thousands of online players just like me and start betting at my bookie. Sign up, collect up to 100% bonus, and double your bankroll on the house. I would only recommend a service to my listeners that's been good to me. Okay, that's a fact. I won money this weekend, the Rams, the Bears, and the Packers. You know I'm a senior fantasy football analyst. I don't just go anywhere with my bets. They have in-game live betting and the most rewarding player perks in the business, and an all-new best-in-class mobile website that makes wagering on the go a breeze. Join now and MyBookie will match your deposit with up to 100% bonus. Use my promo code Rapaport to activate the offer. Visit MyBookie.ag today, mybookie.ag today, or call 844-900-BETS for more information. You play, you win, you get paid. Whether you're an expert or a rookie, you gotta check out MyBookie. Dude who actually lives on the Upper East Side of Manhattan. Fat, overweight, oily-looking motherfucker. His name is Michael Peinovich. This is a white nationalist who was raised by open liberals. He's the white nationalist. He's one of the leaders of the white nationalist movement. He's married to a Jewish woman.
Jesus.
And his family adopted a black brother, so he has like a brother essentially that he grew up with that's black. This guy Michael Peinovich, or Michael Enoch. You know, he's always taking pictures with sunglasses. He's hiding his face. I listen to him speak. This is not a leader of any movement. This is a guy who is just, he's lonely. He's bitter. He's overweight, and he has no ass. I looked at him. He's got 60 pounds of extra weight and a flat ass. He's built like shit. All these leaders, how could you have a leader that you're listening to that looks like straight shit?
Yeah.
You're pumping that hate, and he's from the Upper East Side. That's where I grew up. That's where I am right now. The Manhattan Gloom Tomb is on the Upper East Side.
Damn, 100,000 followers or listeners that subscribe to him. Yo, what are we coming to, man?
We're coming
What's
to
happening?
a fat, sloppy, Seduto ice cream eating motherfucker from the Upper East Side whose parents are liberal, and he's such a white nationalist. He's so pro-white and anti-Jew that he married a Jew. You gotta be dumb as fucking shit. So your leader just became the guy that you're following. Because obviously he knew his wife was Jewish. And then something clicked in you. Did you not get a job? His whole thing is he said white privilege. And when people say white privilege, that's just, trying to get rid of white people. And I listened to him. He's saying some crazy shit. He doesn't like diversity. Really? He basically doesn't want anybody other than white folk around here, except for his Jewish wife and his adopted black brother. His adopted black brother was his best man at his wedding. This dude is a dumb fuck.
Yeah. Obviously, and the people who follow him are dumb fucks because your leader is a hypocrite.
The leader, how could you stand behind a guy who married a Jewish woman who was raised by liberals and his black brother was the best man at his wedding? Your whole crew is chump. And he's always going to Washington to give talks. He's from the Upper East Side. He could take a 10-minute walk to Harlem, be right on 125th and Malcolm X Boulevard and give the same talk, but they never go there.
I know, and they have such disdain and contempt for black folks. So if that's true, we're only clustered in a few places around this nation. We're not all over. You could go directly where we are, South Central, Brownsville, Detroit.
Forget
all those
Brownsville. If he's on the Upper East Side, it's 10 minutes from Harlem. Walk your ass to 125th and Malcolm X Boulevard and talk that shit. I guarantee you, when you come back to the Upper East Side, you're not going to be looking, walking, and talking the same way.
Exactly, because, you don't like black people, but you could go right up to Harlem, which is a 10-minute, 20-minute train ride, and then get off the subway, and you're surrounded by the people you hate.
Talk that shit right to them. They're all over. He knows where they are.
Right. So bring it.
What happened to you, Mike Peinovich? What do you need? Do you need a slice of pizza, you fat fuck? I don't know how people get like this in 2017. They think they're going to all right, so this dude.
Come on, man. I know you got gassed up over Trump. It was remarkable. He won the election. I know you feel vindicated, but come on, man. Chill out, yo.
Michael Peinovich, you're not about that life. You look like shit, Duke. I don't know why all these racist cocksuckers, they all look like shit, Duke.
And, they've been fed a lifetime of lies. So their little coddled cocoon of a world isn't what they thought. So now this guy gets into the presidency and he brings that old bullshit back. And now they come out of the fucking underneath the rocks and all that. But this is short-lived. They're not doing shit. This is America. They could talk, they could march, they could do whatever they want. But if, no violence. So I'm okay with the talking. It's a free country. You can say what you want. When you put your hands on somebody, there's consequences. Are you ready for it?
And since there's no violence and you're just talking, I sincerely suggest, if you don't like 125th Street, if that's not your cup of tea, 116th Street is cool.
Fordham Road.
145th Street is a very nice block. You get yourself a Willie's Burger over there on 8th Ave. I mean, there's so many places. You could obviously go to the Bronx. You could take it out to Brooklyn. There's so many places right here in Manhattan. He don't even talk that shit
man.
up on the Upper East Side. Yo, the Upper East Side, he's not even talking. He never does it. Where bring it right here to Upper East Side. Fuck with me at John Jay Park.
Yeah, right. These guys ain't shit.
These guys ain't shit. We talked about this dude before. This dude Daniel Day Kim, the actor who was replaced on the show Hawaii Five-0, who was complaining that it was racist and it was whitewashing. I tried to tell you once, my man. I'm going to tell you again. They're saving money on your ass. They're saving money. They only pay who they want to pay. You could have been making $200,000, $300,000, maybe $400,000 a week.
Damn.
Literally. But you're not getting the money that the two leads are that happen to be white. They don't give a fuck about you. They replace you. Now you know who's getting the money? The same people who didn't want to pay you in the first place. You're never going to have a gig like that again, Duke.
Oh, he lost out. That's that dumb shit.
He's in talks to be in another movie, but you're never going to make that kind of money again.
Hell no.
Not even close.
This guy's crying about, the white leads are getting more than me.
They're the leads. It doesn't matter if they're white, black,
right.
Chinese, purple, Puerto Rican, orange, gray, opaque. Doesn't matter. They're the leads of the show. They're going to get more than you. Stop making every single thing about race. Miles, cue the sick fuck of the week music.
This award is earned, not given. It's called the sick fuck of the week. This guy's really sick. Lock him up. How could you do it? Don't let him out. Damn. You fucked the dog? You what? You fucked the dog? Why would you fuck the dog? Why would you fuck your girlfriend's dog? What? Sick fuck. The sick fuck of the week. It's earned. Earned, not given. You did what? No.
Sick fuck of the week is an award that is earned, not given. Earned, not given. A man in South Carolina, South Kakalaka. He's arrested and charged. He's in jail. 27-year-old Christopher Rainey, true sick fuck of the week. This is what the award is all about. He burned 4 kittens to death.
Oh, yeah, I heard that. Damn.
This is a sick fuck. His mother said he sometimes does crazy stuff. Well, not anymore. He's going to be having crazy stuff done to him. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. We're gonna get you a nice Wonder Bread bag. You know the treatment. And maybe for you, we're gonna put the olive oil in the microwave for about 10 seconds. Get it nice and warm. So everything feels nice and comfortable. And then all the boys are gonna have a nice time with you. You like burning kittens? Well, they're gonna be burning that ass. Real nice, real proper like. This is another sick fuck of the week. Cop and pleas now. He had a semi-automatic weapon. Marin County. A deer and its baby were on his property, in his garden, shooting his plants, and he shot the deer and the baby fawn while they were munching on some yard plants. He said he was trying to scare them. Nah. See, you wasn't trying to scare them. Because if you were trying to scare them, you would have shot up.
Yep.
Or shot into the ground. Or maybe just went, shoo! I've been around deers. You don't have to do much to scare them. But you wanted to take your semi-automatic gun out and kill the deer. Now he's facing charges. He was arrested. And hopefully they'll keep him on lockdown for 90 days. And some of the boys in there will be some animal lovers. And they'll treat him real nice. Huh?
Yeah.
Real proper.
Yeah, he needs it.
Oh yeah, he needs a couple of fellas to treat him real nice. Get him acquainted for his short stint when he's on lockdown. See, they might not have Wonder Bread bags where you're going, Duke. Mark Dickinson, they usually have that when you go upstate for the long term. Guys like you, sometimes they don't have that Wonder Bread bag. They might not even have any olive oil. It might just be you might just get a little spit if you're lucky.
Yeah, a Wonder Bread bag is a luxury.
Exactly. At first, you think, what's happening to me? And then when you hear about what's going to happen to Mark Dickinson, who likes shooting innocent deer on his property, then you go, thank God for the Wonder Bread bag. And if they do me the leisure of heating up the olive oil, I'm golden. I'm Gucci.
Word. Oh, man.
Those are the sick fucks of the week.
Okay. I don't have a sick fuck, but I have a story that I got to tell you.
Oh, please share. Do tell.
I saw this billboard. It was in a magazine. They had a billboard, and they are now circumcision protesters.
Oh God.
Meaning they are not happy with being circumcised because they're saying I didn't consent to that.
Right.
And let's end genital cutting. So that shit is nasty, man. I don't want the Rolo dick. I want the doctor to cut that shit off, and you can't consent because you just were born.
Yeah, you know what though? Some of these dumb fucks, you let them have the little Rolo dick with the little wrapper on the top, okay? And no disrespect to any of the listeners who might have the Rolo dick or the uncircumcised. I don't care what you got. But if your parents and your mother and your father have you, and your mother carries you for 9 months, she's gonna do whatever she wants to do to your little schmeckle when you're that age.
Yes.
And if you got a problem with it later on, Duke, yo, go to therapy and work it out with them. Yo, these kids are getting too entitled they want to protest that the parents cut off the wrapper on their little dick when they were 3 days old. I had to do it to my sons. They cried for 5 minutes, put a baba in their mouth, and that was the end of it. Stop trying to make it seem like, it had consequences on me in the long run. I got circumcised. Right. Antonio Cromartie got circumcised. Look at what he's doing out there in the world.
Word. I thank my moms for hooking me up. I don't want that Rolo dick, man. I'm sorry. Thanks, doctors.
And no disrespect to anybody who's got that Rolo dick or who decides to have their kids keep that Rolo dick. Do you? But if you're 25 years old and you're complaining that your mother and your father took the little wrapper off your dick when you were 3 days old, you're barking up the wrong tree.
Yep.
All right, that's it. Enough with the Rolo dicks.
Yep.
You can only talk so much about Rolo dicks in one I Am Rapaport Stereo podcast. This is the I Am Rapaport Stereo podcast. No fact checking, no stat checking unless completely necessary, and avoiding a lawsuit. The 2015-2016 podcast co-host of the year, G Moody. Last name rhymes with duty. Again, yo, we're coming back to New York October 30th. It's going to be a sellout. We bring our triple A game to all the live shows, but there's that certain thing that's in the air when we are in our house at the Gramercy Theater. Okay? Tickets are still available at IamRapaportTour.com. It's a podcast / book signing. This book has balls available for pre-order now. It comes out. It was pushed forward. I'm not making this shit up, motherfuckers. Listen to the podcast. At one point, I was saying October 31st. You think they pushed it forward because the shit is trash? It's not trash.
Right. It's not.
Okay? Thursday, we are doing the Fantasy Football Follies. Listen, there's some crossover listeners. Some of the listeners of the I Am Rapaport Stereo podcast also listen to the Fantasy Football Follies. I want to give a shout out to all the people that beat me using my information against me. And I appreciate you admitting it. I don't remember who it is, but there was about 3 or 4 of you who's like, yo, I listened to the podcast, did what you said, and then cracked your ass head to head. I like your spirit. I like your spunk. I have no qualms with that. I'm in the fantasy football game for the love of the honey, not the money. I love it. And yo, every Sunday throughout the season, I'm going to be on Fantasy Zone, channel 704 on DirecTV, 6 hours, all fantasy, everything. It's the I Am Rapaport Stereo podcast. Michael Rapaport, G Moody, last name rhymes with duty. We're out.
Peace.